Well, it's not a long trip from Switzerland to Germany, but we traveled with a bus and it took us about 10 hours. And yeah, we're tired. Well, for me it's a big honor to be here and fight with the other pro gamers.
We was transferred by train. It was, I think, 70 hours or 20 hours. We travel only with train and then with bus to hotel. This is for whole life. This action. I will remember this action for my whole life.
We traveled with a plane. Yes.
How long did it take?
About 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes. I think it's great for the young people to travel around the world, just playing a computer game.
Hanover, Germany. Young people around Europe have gathered in this town. Why do they travel the long distance to Hanover? What's attracting them to this town? CEBIT, the world's largest information and telecommunication exhibition. One exhibition hall seems to be especially crowded. It is crowded because of the World Cyber Games 2006 Euro Championship. The young people of Europe gathered here for this reason. What makes the WCG Euro Championship so special?
삼성 유로 챔피언십은 WCG의 대륙별 행사라고 볼 수 있습니다. 그래서 WCG 그랜드 파이널이 축구로 따지면은 FIFA 월드컵이라고 본다면은 이 삼성 유로 챔피언십은 유럽 대회라고 볼 수 있습니다. 이 대회에는 전 유럽 내 25개 국가에서 약 250명의 선수들이 참석하여 8개 대회에서 경합을 벌이고 있습니다.
This is the second annual WCG Euro Championship held at CEBIT. Why hold a gaming event at a telecommunication technology exhibition?
게이머들의 저변이 확대됨에 따라서 세빗에서는 보다 젊은 관람객들을 많이 흡인하기 위해서 이 행사를 지원하게 되었고 약 3,000평의 넓이의 전시장에서 저희 행사가 진행되고 있습니다.
How well known in Europe is the WCG to have the support of the world's largest IT exhibition?
Well, for me it's a big honor to be here and fight with the other pro gamers. And I think I have some good chance to get further in the tournament, so I try my best.
Oh, it's real big. I don't know how big it's. We have our television, like first in Europe, PG24, 20 hours television. It's big for me.
The WCG is the greatest game, or the greatest committee of gamers and the greatest guys of gamers that are on the world, and it's a pleasure to be here as a referee and see the best gamers in that competition and seeing and giving them the chance to compete each other in all that great games.
Just getting invited to the WCG is a big honor. And it was very clear that the WCG is contributing to the expansion of esports and the gaming industry in Europe.
The gaming community in Europe, I think, is very good. The popularity of tournaments and of all the games is always increasing, so that's just a change for the good.
In whole Europe it's very, very great. We have the Italians, the French are very strong, and Germany is also very strong. We took the title, I think, in 2003 of the World Cyber Games, and I think it is growing and growing, and I think we have a real great opportunity here in Europe, getting the best of the best.
As people started viewing games in a different light, the market has been steadily growing. the increasing population of gamers boosted the growth of this market. So, how big is gaming in Europe?
물론 게임의 강국인 한국과는 비교할 수 없겠습니다만은 유럽에서의 게이머들의 열정도 대단합니다. 독일 내에서 약 200만 명의 게이머가 있고 유럽 전체에서는 한 1,500만 명의 게이머가 있는 것으로 추정되고 있으며 이 게이머들의 수는 약 연간 25% 내지 30%의 속도로 증가를 하고 있습니다.
WCG 2006 Euro Championship. Competition for Europe's best players was held in March 2006 for 4 days. About 200 players from 25 nations competed for the purse of over 100,000 euro. The 8 official titles for the Euro Championship were Counter-Strike, FIFA Soccer 2006, Dawn of War Winter Assault, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, Dead or Alive 4, and Project Gotham Racing 3. WCG 2006 Euro Championship. The tournament that will decide Europe's best has just started with a magnificent opening ceremony. The enormous crowd of people in the hall clearly shows the huge interest for video gaming in Europe. Apart from the tournaments, many new games were also on display, and people showed great interest in them as well. It was a huge change that happened over just a few years. The change in attitudes towards gaming and the growing interest in video games is proof of the tremendous growth of the gaming industry in Europe.
Well, in the last years, the gaming community in Germany is growing very, very fast. Because of winning the WCG two times, virtual football is very, very famous in Germany. I'm in many TV shows, and at all, the tournaments are much bigger than in the last years. You get more prize money, so it will be much better. And perhaps we have, in a few years, stadiums with many, many thousands of people.
It's Bulgarian Federation of Electronic Sports is a strategic partner of World Cyber Games since since 2 years.
Okay, last 2 years, Russian cybersport community made a very big step forward. Actually, we have about 3-4 quite good organizations that are working on cybersport tournaments and so on. We always have from Turkey here, we got WCG. Last 3 years we got ESWC, and only this year our teams started. Excluding Virtus Pro, we are working with sponsors from the very beginning, but our other teams started to work with sponsors.
Well, the gaming community is of course not as big as in Korea or Germany or Sweden, but it's developing. More and more people go and play games like Counter-Strike, Warcraft, StarCraft, which is really actually popular in Korea. And we are of course working as a team on the personal development, but also on the development of the scene of the community. We try to bring it to the center of gaming and try to widen it, develop it, evolve every day with everything we do.
Overall, games are gaining popularity in Europe. However, there are those who still have to cope with gaming environments which lack support.
Because it's very hard because like best team we have privileges just like some money to some tournaments and some like mouse pads, and this is everything. In pro team in Swedish have really what they have. They have money. They have really good sponsors which give them money, paying everything like hotels, traveling to tournaments like WCG, like CPL and others, and we can just attend it. We can just attend tournaments like our local tournaments and tournaments near our country, like Czech Republic and Hungary country. So it's hard to be pro gamer in our country because we don't have things, sponsors like Swedish pro teams or Nordic pro teams.
Okay. The Source community in Spain is small because it's a new game and the people doesn't like it at all. But talking about CS at all it's really big. But the sponsors doesn't support the teams because they don't believe in the gaming at all. So, but the people play so good and there are good teams.
We have very best players in our country, in Sofia, our capital city. But of course we have some problems in our government because they doesn't support electronic sports very well. And we hope to, let's say, about next 2 years, we'll have our federation, Bulgarian Sport Federation, will have more support from our government to give us some money, to give us some support to organization, in everything in our country. Yeah. But it's great. We're going better. I must say that Bulgaria is Southeast Europe.
There were some nations in Europe who still felt negatively about the gaming industry. In spite of poor support, why do people continue playing?
Because our team is like, we are friends, 5 friends, which playing this game still just for fun. We don't play this game for money or for something like this. We play it for fun, for traveling to other countries, and just for this. We don't have, we don't trying to be paid with $20,000 per month. We just want to play this game together.
Sometimes I'm fight myself and take good tactics, but sometimes my friends help me to find.
I like meeting gamers from all over the world, so you can have friends everywhere in the world and visit them maybe sometimes, so it's really great.
Despite the many difficulties, the gamers still love playing games. We met those players at the WCG 2006 Euro Championship. Let's meet some of them.
My name is Manuel Schenkhuizen. I use the nickname 4K Grubby and I play Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. I come from the Netherlands and I'm 19 years old.
Manuel from the Netherlands, aka Grubby, has participated in the WCG for the past few years. Here are his thoughts.
I think it's normal because the best player of each country gets invited. But of course I'm still happy to be here because there was some insecurity whether Netherlands would organize SEC or not. But in the end they did, so I'm happy.
Many crowds were packed in front of the main stage, watching the Warcraft 3 final match. The match was between Grubby from the Netherlands and Todd from France. It has been a very close match from the beginning, and the score is now tied at 1 apiece. All eyes are upon the final match.
Just here to watch this game, watch this Warcraft 3 game here. Pretty interesting.
Still following our Major the Beastmaster.
Hard to say. It's two of the most interesting players in Europe. It's the one player is from the Netherlands and the other one's from France, and it's pretty interesting to see pretty strange tactics they're using. So perhaps one of the best games on this fair.
I think it's very interesting, and yes, I know the game, and but this is very quickly and fast, and yes, very interesting.
The tides are turning in Grubby's favor. In the end, once again, he has won the championship. The crowd applauds frantically for Grubby. And in return, he thanks the audience with a little of his own flair.
My name is Dennis Scherzer. I'm called Styler. I'm from Germany. I'm 22 years old. I'm playing FIFA 2006 and I won the WCG in 2003 and in 2005. Well, I'm very proud to be in the Hall of Fame of the WCG because it was my dream to get in there. And before playing in the WCG 2005, I was joking, if I win, I can make it in the Hall of Fame. But I didn't realize that, so it's a proud for me and the respect for me that I'm a good player, and yes, I'm very, very happy about it.
I think Styler, they're setting up the tactics now. He's gonna go with the 4-4-2.
Dennis Schellhaus, also known as Styler, is a WCG Hall of Famer with gold medals from 2003 and 2005.
Well, I practiced the last 2 weeks every day, 2 hours, and in the last days I practiced, the last 3-4 days I practiced 3 to 4 hours.
So get the ball, playing around in the midfield.
Styler has reached the finals against Spain's Javier de Vislara, also known as Mazzi. He was not an easy opponent, even for a WCG Hall of Famer. The match is very close. No one can tell who is going to win until the final second. The finals are best 2 out of 3. Both players have won 1 game each, with only 1 goal difference. Even the final match is very close. In the end, Styler has won the championship. Just like a real soccer match, the crowds are very excited. Styler shows his sportsmanship and shakes hands with Mazzi.
Well, I feel very proud to get nominated for the Euro Championships because I want to represent my country in Germany, with the German crowd, and so it's an honor for me.
Counter-Strike fever in Europe is simply amazing. Russia is one of the outstanding countries in the CS arena. Year after year, young Russian players showcase their amazing skills in the WCG.
We trained about 12 hours a day. My guys asked me just please let us sleep a bit. We are totally tired. I told them, no guys, please train it. They made everything we were able to train before this tournament. We made it.
Even after practicing 12 hours a day, Virtus Pro from Russia still is not able to win against the defending champion Pentagram from Poland. Team Pentagram has lost only once during the entire tournament.
My name is Filip Kasrovich. I'm the team manager of Team Pentagram. We are from Poland, representing our country on the Samsung European Championship this year, and we won the event last year. Well, you know, it's a different version which is played here of Counter-Strike, and we only had 3 weeks of preparation, but we hope to do great here. It's a great feeling to be here again, overwhelming. The sponsors did a fantastic job. This event is just awesome. And well, 3 weeks of preparation, we hope we can get as far as it's possible.
Pentagram faces Spain's team Existence in the finals.
We feel pretty confident because we didn't know that we can reach the final. I mean, it is so hard because we've been playing like 2 hours per day during 2 weeks, but we feel pretty confident we will win. I hope so.
Both teams are favorites, so the match is expected to be very close.
On bezostawia
However, unlike many people's expectations, Existence has won against Pentagram with a huge score difference. The defending champion Team Pentagram has fallen. They are very disappointed with the final results. Existence players' faces are bright with joy.
I think that we deserve it was because we were training a lot and so hard, and then we are really happy. Otherwise, the Pentagon guys were crying or were winning because we had continued training a lot and then adding to maximum events possible that Existence could pay us, and then like as World Cup qualifier, CPL Summer and Winter, and other events.
4 days of Euro Championship. It once again shows the possibility of esports events in Europe. Let's hear what the players and organizers think about the event.
I would say the game was really amazing. You could hear my voice is a bit off. Although I did call for a doctor, I was joking, and somebody actually from the audience, somebody called the doctor. But it was extremely exciting.
And it's just awesome to be here to play on LAN. It's a totally different feeling on the internet. You can motivate yourself. You saw it personally there, and it's just fantastic to be here, to meet all the teams, to see an event, to thank the sponsors for letting us play. It's great.
The atmosphere was really great. A lot of audience, a lot of people cheering for the players. It was really nice.
It's a very good experience for Bulgarian team. We have not the best but good result, and I think that important is the experience, because this is a preparation for World Cyber Games, and that's important. We are pleased because we are eight of the countries with results, and I think that is good enough for that moment.
This event, well, I have to say I like this event. I like the fact that the World Cyber Games expands to each continent. I like the way that each player from each country has a chance to go for free to an event like this and perhaps win some money, perhaps get noticed by sponsors. In a country like Poland, you have to go abroad to win something and get noticed, and if you don't have money to do that, you have to attend the World Cyber Games to go abroad, talk to the television, get some limelight, then you can get sponsors. This is probably the nicest part about the World Cyber Games and the Samsung Euro Championship, that every single player, rich or poor, has a chance to become a professional at this. And this is excellent, because otherwise, without this kind of event, Team Pentagram, for example, would not get that much sponsorship, because they have to prove first that they are good enough. And at this event, if they go for free, they can prove it, and then they can travel to different events, they can get professional.
Just like the slogan of the World Cyber Games, WCG 2006 Euro Championship truly has gone beyond the game. The event shows unity and competition to the young people of Europe, and also helps to establish gaming as an industry in Europe. Four days of WCG 2006 Euro Championship. It was a short period of time, but it was long enough to show that different languages and skin colors can all mix together under one event. The World Cyber Games, bringing the world together.